Good morning, guys, and welcome back. As you guys seen in the previous episode, I went ahead and I built a b20v bottom end block, just all refreshed. B16 head, stock cams. It's got the LSD gearbox. If you guys can see, it's got the LSD gearbox. Everything is on and ready to go into the vehicle. I'll be putting you guys on a time lapse. Enjoy. As you guys can see, everything is out, tucked away on the sides, and I'll be attempting to put the b20vtec motor in alone. I'm not gonna lie, that was dog shit to do alone. Oh man. But she's in, she's hanging. She's hanging. Motor is in. Just need to tighten up the T-bracket and then start doing the wiring. I think I need to go for lunch and come back in an hour and continue putting everything back together. So the last couple of hours, it's the next day, dark outside, but got the wheels on, I've buttoned up everything. As you guys can see, aircon pump is on and the power steering. So I'm still running the stock D16 aircon condenser with a D16 aircon pump on to my b20vtec swap. The power steering pump is also from a D16, and there's actually a bracket that you can use for the aircon pump if you guys are really keen on running aircon on your B swaps. I see a lot of guys with D16s that do B swaps don't have aircon or power steering, but you do find those brackets. As you guys can see, this is a D16, and I actually found it at the junkyard, so I'm not too sure on the model, the year model, but I believe it's a 96 to 99 Del Sol or 98 Del Sol. They come, well, the ones that do have the B16 engine come with a aircon bracket that fits onto the B20 or any B series, B18 or B16, and it's got the small aircon pump. So if you do find a Del Sol, or you can buy one from Speed Science, I believe they sell a conversion bracket for the D series to B series engine. You can either do that, but a lot of guys that do swaps, if it's not an original B series new or New Zealand new vehicle, then a lot of guys will take out the aircon condenser, they'll take out the aircon pump and the lines and everything. They'll get rid of it. They won't be running it, and the power steering. It's very little that I do see engine swaps that actually do have aircon and power steering, and then you've got this whole empty space here. So as you can see, I've got aircon, there's the pumps, lines coming in, power steering, everything is D16 still. Motor B20, B16 top, everything is stock, everything fits. The wiring harness is off a B16, that all integrated. It's OBD2. OBD, the vehicle was originally OBD2, and I have a OBD2 B16 ECU that I got from this motor. So everything is still factory, everything is on its place. You know, there's no wires, cable ties. Actually, surprising, there's little to none cable ties that are actually fitted onto this vehicle, you know, regarding the harness, getting everything that's on its original fuel filter. The only thing I had to do is swap the regulator, or the pipe that comes to the rail. Normally this pipe sits at the bottom, and because I've got the oil feed to the head, then this pipe interferes. So I just switched it. I just loosened this part, switched this over, and it all fits. That was the one thing I had to do in the engine bay. And coming on this side, fuel pressure regulator, obviously a must. If you're running if you've got a chipped ECU, then yes, it will be better, you can chip, but I'm still running the stock B16 ECU for now. So I have a fuel pressure regulator from AEM that I don't know if you guys can see there, but just bolts onto the original rail, and that's about it. K20 injectors, that's basically it. I had to do aircon brackets, running the strut base. I mean, I got this from Pick Apart, so it's quite cheap, and you know, it's very tight here with the aircon line, so I had to remove the bracket from the line just to take it in a little bit so that it clears underneath the strut. But that's been running like that for a while. Even when that was D16, I had that like that. And besides that, everything is still stock. It's got the B16 S4C gearbox, LSD, B20 bottom end, just refreshed, and I'll be putting you guys on a time lapse now. I'm just gonna check the tappets or set the tappets. I don't think it would have changed, but I did relap the valves on the exhaust side to do the dual valve spring conversion. And I'm just going to check everything. If everything is within specs, I'll just throw in the oil. I have put the ignition on just to see if I've got any fuel leaks, and there's no fuel leaks. So we should be good to start very soon. It is currently Wednesday night. I really want to drive this vehicle tomorrow, maybe do 100 or 200 Ks, and then have it ready by Saturday morning for the Cars and Coffee. So let's get to it. So I've got the oil in, everything's buttoned up. Let's see if she fires up for the first time. Hopefully that's enough oil pressure. The oil light went off. No oil leaks yet. No water leaks yet. No engine lights. Motor sounds very smooth and quiet. Just going around and checking for any leaks, any surprises.